We're back talking about how during the pandemic, eating disorders grew more than 50% among women ages 14 to 24. And we're joined by Jameson, who suffered with an eating disorder, as well as food freedom coach Sloane Elizabeth, family physician Dr. Deborah Gilboa, and psychotherapist Emmy Roberts. So, Emily, there's also what people are calling the pandemic 15 due to weight gain at home. So, what can parents do to make sure they aren't sending bad messages to their kids?
Well, first and foremost, we need to be modeling the right behavior. And if we're not modeling that, we need to get some education from a professional so we can do that, because teenagers, young adults pick up what's in their environment. So if a parent is talking about their weight gain, their diet, or calories, or they're talking excessively about their appearance or the appearance of others, this can really affect a teenager's self-view and also make them pick up on these behaviors as well. And seeking out a professional for oneself, the parent, is actually really important too, because they're going to need to work with somebody to help their child if their child is struggling with an eating disorder. It is a holistic approach in this way, but we have to be mindful of what we're saying. Are we talking excessively about our own bodies? Are we criticizing it, talking about our workouts, talking about good or bad foods? As we know, there's no such thing as good or bad. It's about what is good for your body. And so when parents get this language and they start to understand, it's okay. You know, if you're sitting at home right now and you're like, I'm doing all that stuff, it's okay. We're developing awareness now so we can change these patterns and model appropriate behavior for our children.
You know, Emily, what's a real tough one that parents are always confronted with is they see their child gaining weight, and you want to do the right thing, you want to help your child, but how do you address that without, really hurting their feelings and setting them into a spiral?
I think first thing that I would do is I would say to myself, I need to consult with a professional first before I consult with my child. We have to be very mindful not to project our own insecurities and our own body image issues onto our children. This happens very often. I see it in my practice frequently. So again, go to the professional first before going to your child and ask them how to bring this up. If it is truly a problem, it may not be a problem. They may be going through a growth spurt. They also might feel good the way they look right now. So it's also another important thing to ask them and take the time to say, how are you feeling these days? What's going on? Making no comment about the weight gain, no comment about what they're eating. If they'd like to feel better and they are overweight or they're gaining weight, let's talk to a professional who can help us understand how to communicate better with them, as well as the child or the young adult communicate with us what we need. It's very tricky for parents to be the experts here, because even if they do have a background in working with, dieting, and this can be very tricky. This is your child. We want to have some support from the outside source come in. Please avoid the word gaining weight with your child. It will mess them up for life. I can't say that eloquently. It's just true.
Yeah, I want to hear more this having quote unquote the conversation, how you started, how you present it. I think that's one of the most important things that we can discuss today. So Dr. G, please take it away.
Parents have, for good and ill, a tremendous amount of impact on our kids. So if we make sure that we first do no harm, just like doctors try to do, first do no harm. And when you get to the limit of where you know what to say, you don't have to figure it out alone. You can go to a health professional that you trust and say, help.
Sloane, would you agree?
Absolutely. And I would say if your child has gained weight and they are still healthy, I highly encourage you to let them be and let them live their life, because as you said, these words and these experiences stick with people. And I've worked with women in their 50s who are still traumatized by a comment that was made to them when they were 16. So it's not worth the comment unless there is actually a health concern that needs to be addressed.